Hey guys, I just wanted to make a couple videos to describe some of the details regarding the Boost programming in this video for the coming month, and I will also do one for the semi programming. I think you'll know a lot of the exercises, but I'll go over a few of them just to make sure that you're clear. The structure of all the Boost workouts is the same for A, B, and C, and also the general structure outlined for all the semis has its own format, which is the same for A, B, and C of semis. Boost and semis are different in their format, but within Boost, the A, B, and Cs are the same, and within semis, A, B, and Cs have the same general structure. And I encourage you to adapt it to suit the skill level and also number of people in the session. So I do that every single time, like every workout from like the 6 to the 7 to 8 a.m. It's be a little different based off of that. So feel free to take some liberties with that to make it work for the people in there and the number of people in there. But I tried to format it in a way where it would we would have enough equipment to go around for each of the things, and no one would be standing still at any given point. So the first exercise in Boost A is a kettlebell side lunge swing. So they're like, it's a catch. It can also be described as a side lunge catch. So it starts off with the kettlebell in one hand, and they're going to swing it and catch it in a side lunge and then back. Catch, so they come down into their knee, like almost touches or can touch the ground. Then you have 30 seconds in one direction, and then 30 seconds in the other direction. Okay, that's the first exercise. Second exercise is a side step with a bent row. So their kettlebells in, they're stepping to the right, their kettlebells in their left hand. They step to the side, bring it down to their foot, pull it up, and back up. So reach down, touch their foot, pull it up, touch their foot again, and push out. Side lunge from the side view, chest is up and out. Side lunge, touch their foot, row, back to their foot, and up. Okay, try to have that distinct where they get to their foot twice. So they stay sitting deep into it. 30 seconds each direction. Next one, dumbbell triangle and dumbbell tricep extension in a lunge position. So the dumbbell with the triangle they can hold over their head, triangle form. We all did this in the last block. So if their shoulder's weird, they can have it be in this bottom arm, and they'll just hold their body weight there also. That's the first exercise. The second one is a dumbbell in a lunge position, tricep extension overhead. So make sure they find the stretch in their hip flexor by pulling back. Make sure you guys, just making sure the volume is on. So they pull their ribs back, create a stretch there. Elbows are over their shoulders. They go down and up. 30 seconds one leg, 30 seconds the other. Cool? So the next exercise, TRX Cobra Pike. So the feet are through the loops. In the TRX, they lower down to get a stretch in their abs, and then they raise way up into a pike, back into Cobra. If that's too intense, have them do it on their elbows. And if that's too intense, they can do it without the TRX entirely and just go from the Cobra to a pike like in yoga. Second exercise, TRX curl reverse fly. So it's an alternating motion. They're holding the handles of the TRX with their feet in a V position to give them stability. And they're going to alternate between a concentration curl. The palms just come right to their forehead. They squeeze and lower slowly. So imagine I'm hanging on a TRX, leaning back. Squeeze, lower slowly, one rep like that. And then the reverse fly, I'm going to have them pull back and up like this. So pull to here. Curl, reverse fly. Curl, reverse fly. From the front view, curl, reverse fly. And the way I kind of instruct the reverse fly hand position is just, they're going from, like if someone said put your hands up, people go like that. That's the position. So it's not down here or a big wide one. It's just like if they said put your hands up, you could be right there. So you pull from here to here, here to here. They're going to alternate between the curl and the fly for the minute. So that's how that exercise goes. Have them start off at an angle that's really tough for them, but doable, and then have them inch back to be more upright as they fatigue, so they stay in the motion. The next block, so that's all the block 1 for boost A. Next one, squat hops, is a squat jump with a little baby bouncy in the middle. So they'll squat, bounce, squat, jump, bounce, okay? You want to try to get their feet to clear the ground on the bounce and the squat jump. As high as they can on the squat jump, a little bounce in the middle. It's very tiring. Second exercise, the can. So it's like a bridge on their back, but with one leg. So have them lift the forefoot of the grounded leg, so the toes and the ball of the foot are off the ground, and their leg moves with their body. So it is not a leg swing. They're not swinging the leg up. Their leg is moving with their body. I'll show you on this side. So it just goes up and down. Their heel and tailbone tap the ground at the same time. Okay, so they're not kicking up like that. They're going up, flex their glute hard, lower slowly. Tailbone and heel tap the ground at the same time. And they're pushing their knees straight down into their heel so that their glute is what's doing the work. They feel it in their quad. It's because they're pushing that direction with their quad. You don't want that. You want it straight down, and it's the glute that does that work. So have them flex and hold at the top, lower slowly. Try to get their glute to really burn. And yeah, probably 45 seconds to 1 minute on each side there. So this block 2, they're not rotating. They're doing in a stationary little zone by them in their own area. So do squat hops, can, and then spider hops look like this. They're like a more intense drill, kind of like a mountain climber. But they start off in this position and they hop, switching their legs so their leg lands outside of their wrists. They hop, 1, okay, and their hips can go up and down. Okay, if they're too tight, then just have them step like that. Or if they get too tired, have them just alternate steps like that. It's really good in the warm-up to have them do a stretch like this deep growing stretch to try to help prep them for the motion. So 45 seconds of that is a lot. So it's more cardiovascular and plyometric. The second block is always like that, more plyometric and cardiovascular. The third block is they can use a dumbbell, medicine ball, or kettlebell for free crunches. So free crunches, it's a term from exercise therapy methodology that they do. So their legs are up, and they're going to reach up with the kettlebell or dumbbell, then down. Okay, you can have them if you want. I like to go alternate side to side. So they reach up past one shin. So the wrist of the opposite hand is touching the outside of the shin. Exhale as they crunch and flex hard at the top. Have them keep their chin tucked so that the work stays out of their neck. It's pretty tiring. So 45 seconds to a minute on that one. Second exercise, they're going to use that same weight set behind them as an anchor. So you can hold it there. I'm going to do flutter kicks. So lift their legs up, pin their lower back flat to the ground, hold this out, either overhead if they want to make it harder, or just as an anchor. And they're going to kick like they're swimming. If they want to make it harder, they'll hold it out like that. 45 seconds to a minute. Make sure they keep their low back flat. If they can't, you can have them raise their legs up higher. It'll make it easier. Okay? Third exercise is Superman's. That one. I like to have them do it with their arms straight this way. I feel like they get better extension. I also like to have them try to lift and look straight ahead with their head and with their arms as high as they can. Whether I like with the palms down towards the ground or thumbs up, reaching, trying to get as much of their body off the ground as they can. The teaching points are point the toes, squeeze the glutes, flex the quads, fully extend into the lower body, and lift the shoulders, lift the hands as high off the ground as they'll go, look straight ahead, lift your chest. And I like to have them hold for like 10 seconds, 3 times. So they'll rest like 5 seconds in between and come back up and hold for 10 seconds. So cyclical like that. And that's boost A. Boost B, see if there's stuff that's tricky. Pretty straightforward on a lot of them. Sumo squats with the kettlebells. First one, so just like this. You all know that one. Second one is a pulsing lunge with a twist, opposite elbow to front knee. So again, with the same apparatus. So I try to pair it so they don't have to change apparatus at each station. So in the kettlebell twist with the lunge, they're in a static lunge position, and they're going to bring their opposite elbow down to their knee, boom, and back up, boom, back up. So they can hold the kettlebell like it's a ball, touch, and up. And the big key point on this one is that every time that they come up, you want them to recreate a stretch in their hip flexor. So they're here, tap, and up. I also like to have them have their elbows out so they get to a fully vertical line with their arms. That's pretty hard. Some people aren't going to have the stamina for that. But from the side view, it looks like boom. Or from this side, it looks like this, where they get fully sideways with their arm, their elbow comes against their knee, and then when they come up, they create that stretch in the hip flexor. So in the warm-up, I like to always have them do a kneeling groin stretch where they pull back and tuck and find that stretch high in their hip flexor. That's really key for proper stability and support of the pelvis. So when they're here, they can have that same stretch going. When they reach forward, they'll lose that stretch. When they come back and up, if they have their ribs back and properly braced, they'll feel that stretch again. So reach down, touch, and up. So they can do that without a weight if they're too tired. You can set their kettlebell to the side. So that's a really hard one. Next one, dumbbell sun salutations and one-legged curls. So sun salutations, feet are straight, they're holding dumbbells, or plate weights. 5 pounds, 10 pounds, those kind of plate weights will also work if you're short on dumbbells. It's a very natural motion where they go from here, their palms are facing their feet, their thighs are tight, and they just roll up, straight arms, and their palms are facing each other at the top. Bow down, and up. Try to keep a nice flat back until you get to the bottom. It rolls, and up. The weight stays in the front of the feet, thighs tight, bow with your chest forward like a swan dive, okay? And then the arms just roll up. 1 minute like that. Try to have them use weights that are light enough where they can do it with their arms straight, okay? Second exercise in this block, again, same apparatus. They're going to lift one leg way up high like a stork pose, rotate their palms towards opposite walls. They're going to curl all the way down, all the way up. Their elbows and upper arm are pinned against their rib cage. In side view, they're just really upright. This knee is locked out, quad tight, butt tight, broad chest, flex up and down. 30 seconds each leg. Okay, have them squeeze hard at the top, lower slowly to a full stretch. Third set, block 1 of Boost B is on the TRX for a pendulum, and then TRX Action Hero one-arm rows. So the pendulum, they put their feet through the loops of the TRX, and they can go either on their palms or on their elbows, and they're going to let gravity sway them side to side. So I can't do it because I don't have a TRX, but you want your legs to just drift side to side like a pendulum. And keep just a super flat plank. It gets really hard. If they get tired, they can sit their knees down and then start again as soon as they catch their breath. And also have them tuck in a child's pose if they start to feel pressure or discomfort in their lower back. The TRX Action Hero rows are a little harder to demonstrate, but I'll do my best. Hard to demonstrate without a TRX. So you hold on to a TRX with one hand. You're going to reach back, let your hips come forward, try to touch the ground behind you, and then you pull up and bring your elbow to the rope. So it's like an action here is like almost falling off the ground, and then he comes up and throws an elbow. Okay. So I might have to redo this demo if you guys don't quite get it. But basically they're just reaching back. They can sit their hips back and down, or if they feel comfortable, they can lean back and touch. And when they pull up, they throw an elbow and twist. Their upper body will turn sideways. So in this view, if I was holding in my right hand, they go back, touch, and pull. Touch, and pull. So the rope would allow, if I had a rope, it would allow me to go much further back without so much hyperextension. So it'd be more of a squat. Then you pull up and hit your elbow to the rope, and this arm pulls back so that you've got a nice straight line between your elbows, pulling the rope and then hitting. So 30 seconds on each arm. Next exercise, block 2 of Boost B, lunge jumps. You all know what those look like. Try to stay upright, use their arms. If they get too tired, have them just do 5 and then switch for 5. Okay, doing that 45 seconds or 30 to 45 seconds. Second exercise called sprinters starts. So it's going to hit a lot of the same muscles as we're just using the lunge jump, where they're going to, it looks just like it sounds, like a sprinter starting a race. So get your hands back, you step up and back, up and back. If both hands touch the ground and come up, you're going to do 30 to 45 seconds on each leg. Next exercise, push-up low 5 or kickboxer abs. So trying to add a little fun to it. The push-up low 5 is if you have an even number of people, they can have a partner. The partner is facing them. They're both in push-up positions, and they can do, with their feet a little wide, they do a push-up, then they do a low 5. Push-up, low 5. If they get too tired, and they just alternate low 5 with their partner. If there's an odd number of people, you can have them do that with a pillar. So they start their push-up in front of a pillar. Let's do 1, 2. Again, if you get too tired, just the hands. Okay? That's the push-up low 5. Kickboxer abs, if you want to have them do that instead for some reason, they're on their elbows and they bring one knee up, and then kick. Other knee up and kick. From the front view, it looks like this. One knee up, kick, knee up, kick. Okay, 45 seconds to a minute. Block 3 of Boost B is stiff arms. So this one, top leg is in front, bottom leg is in back. This arm is straight. Their feet a little wide, like a 30 to 45 degree angle between their legs, so they're not right next to each other. Big stretch to the obliques, and they push up, just like a stiff arm in football if you're like pushing someone away. So big stretch to your obliques, and then push up strong, okay? If they get too tired, they can drop to their elbow and just do the mini side plank hip lifts. 30 to 45 seconds each side. Hip lift leg extensions. These are a core stability strength exercise. They start off in this position called hip lift. Keep their abs tight. They lower slowly, keeping their low back flat on the ground. And pull back up, down, and up. Make sure they don't arch their low back and they don't use momentum. Their leg straightens as it goes down, and then it bends so their foot comes close to their butt at the top. You don't want them doing this. This is not an ab exercise. They reach out, they pull up, deep crunch, squeeze their knee as close to their forehead as they can. They don't have to lift their head off the ground, but you do want them to get a full solid contraction at the top. So they're pushing down with their fingertips. Exhale, They're doing it like that without momentum and a deep contraction at the top. It's a super good, really hard ab exercise. If they're just flinging their legs around, then it's a little bit worthless. So that's hip with leg extensions. Then core abdominals is a series of planks. Regular plank on the elbows, 30 seconds or 45. Side plank each side, 45 seconds. And then a final back prone supine plank where their elbows are straight and they push their chest up and out. Their legs are straight. If they can't quite get there, then they can do it as a tabletop. Okay? So again, 30 to 45 seconds in each of those positions. Each of those 4 positions together combine to make that last exercise called core abdominals. And that's boost B. Finally, boost C. Alternating kettlebell swings, switching every 5. That's very clear, I think. Doing 5 with each arm, just regular kettlebell swings. The second one, clean and twisting overhead press. They have their kettlebell, they pop it up to a squat, and then they twist and press. Okay, then back down. Up, squat, press. Again, so like it starts off like a kettlebell squat. They pull it up to their chest and full squat again. Then when they come up, they press and twist. Okay, then they sit it back down. Up, squat, press. Up, squat, press. Up, squat, press. Okay, 1 minute. You might want to have them do that a few times just so they get the sequence, because once you get into it, you're like, oh yeah, let's go, but it'll probably be confusing at first. Touchdown curl and press with dumbbells. This is the third exercise in Boost C. Again, in a lunge position. Yep, let's go. Sorry, I was just checking, make sure it's recording. So, in a lunge position, and reach down, touch, curl, and press. So when they come up from that, you want to make sure they find that stretch on their hip flexor. So they reach down, touch, up, and their palms rotate out, curl, press. From the front, reach down, touch, come up, find the stretch in the hip flexor, rotate their palms out, curl, press, and down. Touch, find the stretch, rotate, curl, press. Okay? Okay, 30 seconds each side. And then DB bent rows in a lunge position. Pretty straightforward, they're just here, pulling up and up. So nice flat back. Their lower ribs can rest on their thigh. And they pull up and out. It's going to be a ton of work for the glute of that front leg, which is going to be really tired from the other exercise right before it. Then TRX squat pulses, the toes up. So this guy, feet are hip width apart and straight. They're holding on to the TRX handles. They lift the front of their feet off the ground. You're going to have them squat down like a water skier, and they're going to be in a small range where they're squatting up and down with their toes in the air, so they'll be leaned back a little bit. I can't because I don't have the TRX with me, but they'll be in these little pulses. It's going to burn the hell out of their quads. And the next one, TRX IYTW reverse flies. So they're holding the TRX handles, and they make those letters. Their feet are in a V position, they're leaning back, ITWY. So they lean back and they pull straight up like an I, then they fall back, then a T, then a W, then a Y. So they lean back, and the whole time they're fighting gravity at whatever angle they can manage. They pull straight up, I, T, W, Y. Okay? They'll hit all their different aspects of their delts. The block 2 of Boost C, solemn squat jumps. or plyometric. This guy, so it says midline single leg squat jump. So basically, they're reaching down, touching the ground in the middle with one leg going out to the side, and hopping up. You can see how it's called like slalom ski jump. It looks like a skier going in through the slalom, okay? So they just touch the middle. Their body stays in the middle. 45 seconds. Second one, alternate side lunge hops. So you can make it a partner thing if you want, if there's an even number, and if not, then they just hold a medicine ball at chest height. And this one, their body goes way out to the side and then hops. So the inside leg is straight, they sit deep into a squat or a side lunge. And if they have a partner that they want to toss back and forth with, they toss it as they come up. They pass it back and forth to each other. As they come up, one catches and the other swings. So I throw it to my partner, 45 seconds. The last exercise in the block 2 you see is tuck jumps. Alternate hop up knees. They move together to the opposite elbow in the side view. If that's too hard, just have them step, step. Okay? Kettlebell side crunches, block 3 of Boost C. Kettlebell in one hand or dumbbell, doesn't matter, something heavy. Feet are straight, hip width apart. They reach way up their side and reach way down to their knee with their free hand. The hand with the weight just hangs on. Really flat rib cage, super tall, okay? One plane of motion, only lateral. Don't let them rotate. 45 seconds each side. Boat pose side shifts is the second exercise in block 3. So they're in boat pose, like in yoga. They touch one knee, touch the other. Their hands go along the outside of their thigh. They're just drifting, flex, flex. So they're touching the outside of the knee, outside of the knee. Nice deep, concave, constant contraction. Again, 45 seconds to a minute. Straight leg crunches with their feet, so weighted by the same apparatus that they used for earlier. They're going to anchor their feet down with it, reach up, touch opposite ankles. So up, down. Exhale, have them push into their shin or their ankle at the top. A nice little isometric contraction each time. Okay, 1 minute like that. And those are all the boost exercises. Hope that was helpful.